How's it going, everybody? Sebastian here, bringing you another awesome look at another awesome film history books for one of my favorite films of all time, Back to the Future, The Ultimate Visual History. The book is by Harper Books and Universal. It's written by Michael Klastorn and Randall Atamanuk, and I hope I've not mispronounced either of their names. They've put together an amazing book here. It's got a foreword by Michael J. Fox, a preface by Christopher Lloyd, an introduction by Bob Gale, and an afterword by Robert Zemeckis. And there are a ton of beautiful production photos, great anecdotes, a comprehensive history of all three films and the ride that used to be at Universal Studios and the animated series. This book is absolutely gorgeous. It also comes with awesome replicas from the franchise Back to the Future, so let's get to cracking this book open. I want to show you a few selections from the inside of this. Alrighty guys, here we have the gorgeous front cover of Back to the Future, The Ultimate Visual History, written by Michael Klastorn with Randall Atamanuk, and I love the collage on the front end of this book. Now we have a foreword by Michael J. Fox, a preface by Christopher Lloyd, an introduction by Bob Gale, and an afterword by Robert Zemeckis. Now on the back of the book, we've got a quick preview of some of the cool replicas that come within the book, and the photo of Marty and his siblings is easily my favorite. The book retails for $50, but I picked it up for $29.65 on Amazon.com, and I'll throw a link in the description for you to check that out. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes of this look. Here we have the Flux Capacitor as drawn by Doc Brown in 1955, when he slipped and hit his head on a toilet seat while changing the batteries on a clock. Now, this replica is actually really nice, and it looks like a scan of one of the original model that they did, which is really cool. This is a great piece that really only makes its way into the movie once, but definitely iconic. And on the alternate side here, we have a storyboard sequence of Marty being chased by Biff in 1955, with Biff's car meeting its end via train accident. And if they had known they were doing sequels, that would have been an amazing piece of foreshadowing. Now, the next thing I wanted to show you, because I couldn't save it for the very end, is this great lenticular photograph of Marty and his brother and sister. And watch as they're erased from existence. But then they're saved. And then they're erased again. But then they're saved. That's really cool, and a great use of the lenticular. I mean, that worked really well to make that effect come out nice. That worth the price of the book alone, as far as I'm concerned. That is really cool. Now, on the alternate side is the storyboard sequence for how they were going to get Marty back to 1985 originally. Now, they were going to drive the DeLorean into a nuclear bomb testing site. And one panel in particular, I love. This panel here from the storyboard is very reminiscent of Westworld, and I don't know if that's intentional. Now, Westworld, for all the kids out there, is a great film by Michael Crichton, famous science fiction writer who wrote Jurassic Park, and Westworld is very much the prototype for Jurassic Park. But the opening sequence has, I believe, either the pilot or the tower operator wearing aviators looking at a view screen, and it's very much like this panel. Now, moving on to the car itself, the DMC-12, the DeLorean Time Vehicle. Now, the one on the right is how the vehicle came out pretty close, actually, to the one in the movie. But on the left here, I love car concepts, and I love car concept art and the design work. But this alone, if I didn't know better, this looks like it came out of a movie today. This looks really cool, but will never replace the beloved Time Vehicle as it is now. And moving forward, we've got photo of Christopher Lloyd with casting pages here. And then moving on, we've got the letter replica that Marty left in Doc's jacket in 1955 to give him fair warning about the events of 1985. Now, it's a little tough to get out of the envelope, so I pulled it out in advance to give you an idea about what this looks like. Here it is, the letter that Marty wrote in Lou's Cafe. Dear Doc Brown, on the night that I go back in time at 1:30 a.m., you will be shot by terrorists. Please take whatever precautions are necessary to prevent this terrible disaster. Your friend, Marty. Really cool that the book includes very awesome stuff like that. And we have a great still of Doc celebrating the return of Marty to the future. Now, I'm going to move into the great photos of Crispin Glover and Leia Thompson for the film. I love this photo of Lorraine and George from the Enchantment of the Sea Dance. This is really, really nice. And I love this photo here of Leia Thompson and the two actresses, Lisa Freeman and Kristen Kaufman, who were Lorraine's friends in 1955. And moving on, we're going to jump to the posters. Now, Drew Struzan did the iconic poster for Back to the Future. Now, he did all three films, but Drew Struzan, if you don't know the name, did the posters for the Indiana Jones films. He did Star Wars. He has done amazing work. Please, I implore you, if you've not heard his name before, but love art and want to see the art from iconic posters, this man is a wizard. And speaking of wizards, he also did the posters for, I believe, the first Harry Potter movie as well. I love these alternate takes, and this is one of my favorites. I love the Nikes amongst the very straight-laced shoes of the 50s. And then on the page right after, a few more alternate posters, and then the iconic final image. Really, really nice. Now we're going to move into Back to the Future 2. And if I can grab the page, we can make it there. Here we go. All right, now we have a cool replica, the receipt from Blast from the Past. Now, while the imagery is accurate, the item itself is just printed on paper. Now, in the movie, it was like a clear overlay that you would use on overhead projectors. It was like just a very thin, clear plastic. But this is neat to have, and I love the future bicycle, some of the future fashion, and then the layouts for the future fashion of 2015, the far-off future of 2015. And the next page, some more of the car concepts. And I love the hover conversions done on these vehicles. Then moving forward, the iconic hoverboards. We have Marty's hoverboard that he stole from that little girl who eventually did get a pit bull, so she got something special in the end. And we also have this great Rising Sun hoverboard here, and Griff's pit bull, which of course you need when you need power, especially to get over that pesky water. We have another hoverboard here, and a photo of Michael J. Fox and the stuntmen who worked on the movies. Then the next page, we have the iconic Nike Air Mags, at least the concept for them. Now, Nike does have real working Air Mags that they gave to Michael J. Fox and will be auctioning off in 2016 again. Now, if you want a pair of Nike Air Mags, I believe Ruby's makes a replica. I have to double check that, but I will be getting a pair of these in, and I will be unboxing them for you. The only real difference is some of the lighting is a little off, but the main difference is that they don't have the Nike logos on them. But we'll talk about those shoes in another episode. Another great cast photo here of Griff's gang and the photo that ended up being in the USA Today for Youth Jailed. All right, we're moving forward. Got this great photo that ended up being used by Drew Struzan for the poster for Back to the Future 2. I love this cast photo. And then we're moving into part 3. We're going to come to the end very shortly because this is a work of art. It is Doc Brown with what looks to be a Winchester rifle back in the Old West. And eventually he got his duster, he got his hat, and his modified Winchester that he turned into a sniper rifle. But this image alone is amazing, and I have got to find close with that. I need to get that as a desktop wallpaper. And here we have more photos from Doc and Marty. Now this is another photo of them together at the christening of the clock tower, and then we have a replica that is the photo that ended up being used in the movie. And we have Doc and Clara dancing together. We also have some more photos. We have the Colt Firearms shooting gallery here, and a great little concept of the Samuel Colt Firearms wagon that goes from town to town and then opens up to unveil this amazing shooting gallery from the film. And we have the
storyboard sequence here of Clint Eastwood fighting Buford Mad Dog Tannen and then decking him and knocking him out right into a pile of manure. And we have the Western Union letter that Doc left to Marty in 1955. Really, really nice replica there. And we come to the final thing I wanted to show you, just a great little bit of concept art from Back to the Future of the Ride. And on the next page, we've got a great sequence here, the storyboard sequence for the Tyrannosaurus Rex attack. Really, really nice. And then finally, the animatronic Rex that they used for the ride at both Universal Studios.
Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you check out this book. It is absolutely awesome. And if you know someone who loves Back to the Future and they don't know about this book's existence, definitely one to give to them. This book is great. So everyone at Harper Books, Michael Klastorn, Randall Adamanuk, awesome work, guys. This book is absolutely amazing. I love it, and you're going to love it too. So once again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And like Doc Brown says, the future isn't written yet. So hey, go out and make yours a good one. I'll catch you guys next time.